Hey, folks. Hello. Sorry. There's a. I'm Serious GG. Welcome back to Let's Play Lost Odyssey. There's a channel. I don't even remember the name of it. It has this kind of. It's interesting because, again, I mentioned last time, I'm thinking about trying to do some different flavor YouTube content that involves a bit more editing. Um, not going to go down the road of trying to like do a lot of branding and stuff to like become quote successful. But I am now thinking of a long form video essay channel. I've seen a few episodes here and there that I enjoyed talking about video games where the uh, the person presented themselves as this blue skeleton wearing purple kind of cartoon character figure, but this really consisted of like maybe 5 or 6 drawings that they or a friend or someone had done in very minor animations, and it would just pop up in the corner of the frame sometimes, and and it's like, oh, cute. There's kind of a persona that this person, whatever their YouTube username was, like, hey, well, they are this skeleton and they are talking to you about this thing, but they would they had a tendency to do this very exaggerated hello. We're the Romans. Anyway, hello, folks. Welcome back to Lost Odyssey. We're exploring a spooky, haunted, it's like the Cave of Haunted Monsters mansion here. It is the old sorceress. It is literally the old sorceress's mansion. We are in the courtyard of the mansion, and we are grabbing some loots before we got a bow plate. Oh, it's a bow plate, daddy. I feel like we can make a real mess of that 4-slot puzzle down there if I start plopping in things before we before we got them all and know what we're doing. Put your guard down, eh, you ghost monsters. Clearly you should have been on defense as we wander around in your ghost monster castle. So, soul armor is, I believe, immune completely to physical attack. But let's have poor Mac waste his turn on one to find out. And you are not, again, you are not wearing anything with element. Okay. Or using anything with element, because that means you can't hurt these guys. So I'm pretty sure the soul armors are immune to all physical, so let's try it out. Let's throw out a little generic damage, and let's get a little fire damage, Scarecrow. Temperature. I don't remember what special attacks the soul... oh, you're in the front row. All these guys are front row this time. Alright. That switches things up a bit. We need to get rid of that Ageless one Prano because it's the most dangerous. We'll still have Mac attack, the thing I think is immune from physical, just so that we can see that. We will have your girl here casting damage across everyone, and we'll have your boy just throw a little damage to the Ageless one to make absolutely sure we clear it off the board. Damage up. It went all the way up to 0. Alright, so the fire attack will hit somebody. It gets its hit points back, even though I hadn't lost any, had it? Ah! They don't care about element. So, when we... Oh, and now... Okay, so they have seal. I didn't realize that. I would say the casting of seal on my black magic user was a wiser move than casting fear on my general magic user. But yeah, Jansen's... I didn't target the magic immune enemy. It's just that I targeted the enemy that was going to die anyway, and thus he got to pick his own target, and he picked the one that was magic immune. So, I guess that's on me. You're probably the most dangerous thing still on the map. You can probably just do shadow, and you can do shadow, and I guess you can just defend because there's not a whole lot else you can do when you can't cast spells. Oh, good. You picked a target you can actually damage. There was a 1 in 3 chance of that happening. I believe I made her immune to that, because that was, in fact, the wise move for them to try otherwise. So she did 171. He does 159. So it looks like he's got about... Like, if she's got better magic attack stats, they're not really making much of a difference. All sorts of leveling up, bitches. Ming has learned Taunt. It's difficult to imagine her getting a lot of use out of, though she is in the back row, so it's not the worst possible character we could have somebody attacking, but... Yeah, it's interesting. In this game, because of the whole guard meter mechanic, it actually does make sense for your magic users in some circumstances to be like, hey, attack me. And that does bring our guard meter back up. Nice, all right. So, how is she learning Taunt? Is she learning it via Kalolon Ring? No, she's learning it from the skill link, so... Don't want to spend too much time thinking about this because it's really not affecting anything too much. Certainly don't care about power hit and combo with her. No, I think she has nothing to learn that will be of actual immediate practical value from these guys. So let's just forget that she even has skill link. Oh, oops. Feats don't fail me now. There's a little fairy princess in the middle of the garden. That's adorable.
Okay, here goes.
Here goes nothing. Here goes literally the exact party we just fought. And other than... I don't know how many turns it could take for us to see all the things the Ageless One enemy potentially can do. Doesn't really feel like there's a lot of reason to hang out. Let's just get going. By the way, spoilers, I guess, in a sense. Like, we end up kind of finding the sorceress and doing some plot stuff. And, like, the generic enemies in this place will always be here. I guess I can't explain why that's weird without doing a bit of spoiler of story, but when we find the sorceress and whose powers we need to get through the cave, that's the actual plot now. There's a cave that has been magically blocked, and we need the sorceress to help us. Even when that is all resolved, this place will always be full of, like, magic spooky enemies. It won't open. We could try putting all the plates into the floor and see what happens. Okay, it won't even let me start monkeying with it until I have all 4 plates. So there's a plate that's already there. There are 3 slots, and we picked up a plate, if you were paying attention, while wandering around in that dungeon. So, wandering around rather than that courtyard area was one of the plates. But it won't even let us start the puzzle till we have the other 2. We tried going through the door in that direction. It did not get us anywhere. Let's go this way, which is where we saw the little ghost girl running anyway. Okay, she's just running straight through me. I think she's Jethro Bodine, and that's some kind of one-way mirror that she can use to spy on us as a double knot spy. It went into the mirror. It sure did, Cook. Here's glowing stuff on the wall. Poem fragment B obtained. Jansen flies into a rage. Warmth brings no solace. I can't read any more of this. It's all falling apart. We gotta get that sorceress. She's ruining poetry for everyone. There's a treasure chest we don't seem to be able to reach. And there's a path. Well, let's try going this way without exploring the rest of the room. It's a bit dirty, but it's just a regular mirror, isn't it? But I swear something went in there just now. It seems like something was broken off from the frame right here. I think I remember a jewel of some kind fitted in there as a decoration. Alright. So, in fact, we can't just follow. There must be something we can do in this room. Let's pursue this hallway. Let's pursue this hallway. It's clearly running away from us, so we need to chase it.
I can do this.
Yeah, if you say so, Mac. Little Mac. Yeah, let's not bother with this. I mean, there's some cool... I mean, there's some decent spooky sound effects for these enemies. There's atmosphere in this dungeon, for sure.
Maybe next time.
But, I mean, once you've kind of fought every group once, for Let's Play purposes, there's not a whole lot of point in continuing on. Now, the map kind of betrays that nothing will come of this, but what if we were to poke at this door? Ooh, spookiness comes out. Oh, and here's another reason not to do the random encounters. I just forgot. This is going to be an encounter we're not allowed to run away from.
You know, it's tough being so popular.
With ghosts. So yeah, we are forbidden from fleeing from this party. Although, again, they're all in the front row, so we can kind of take them out in whatever order we feel like. You know what, I feel like the most... Like, Shadow doesn't cost a lot of magic points at all, and it's pretty effective around here. Perfecto. Oh, one-hit kill, huh? Well, now, just pick a random target time. Yeah, they suck some decent hit points with that attack. Like, Mac gets hit with that 3 times without healing, he's dead. Although, that's pretty excessive to let him get hit 3 times with their best attack and not heal him. Oh no! Our mage is too scared to use melee. I don't know which enemy is making those noises too. I feel like we rarely get... I think it's the Tempters who are going... So... I throw out a quick Zephyr. I haven't even checked out what you can steal from them, but I was obsessed with trying to do all the stealing I could when I played this game back in the day. I was going to say on original hardware. I'm playing on original hardware now. But one of the things I found most frustrating about this game is how much stealing you have to do if you really want to get all the different rings. But getting all the different rings, really not that important. So let's just have him generically... Actually, he's got Zephyr. Let's switch this up. Let's have her throw out one more Shadow. By the way, Turntail would not work here if I were to use it. Same reason Friedh doesn't. It's a plot battle now that we triggered it. Arigato. Okay. Oh, and he got blinded at some point. I think.
That seemed like a needless battle.
Well, yeah, we probably didn't need to do that one, actually. Mac and Jansen learned new magic. I guess that's a fairly critical level up. That being said, I just got done... Only a few moments ago I said there's nothing for anyone to learn here, but she can therefore learn their new magics. And we could then decide if we care to have her use them. So let's see. From our spell book, our black magics, we now have Flora and Winda, which I think is just multiple enemy target versions of Flare and Wind. And then Spirit, we have Shadow. Inflicts moderate non-elemental damage on all enemies. Casting time 2C. Shadow is 1H. The whole thing. Alright, so black magic. I do appreciate, even if it's a little... They do explain it. So 2C. These are these battles where I try to cast Prism with Jansen, and then there's a whole turn, and you just get to continue casting or cancel because it takes 2C. So I don't know how much we're going to be seeing Shadow, because it's just the same spell as Shadow, which is just fantastic because it's super cheap in MP and super fat. Like, you get off a full hit on every enemy in one turn. Now you can quadruple its MP cost and make it take twice as long, and the question is why. So I don't know how much... I think I'm going to use it on screen just to see it, but I don't know how much we're really going to get out of it. And I don't know if opening these side doors is necessary or not, but I know that if you do it, as I did off screen, you can finish the puzzle here, so maybe it is not essential, but we can do it. Zoink, Scooby! Ooh. Wait a minute, where's Shadow? Oh, here it is. The order of these is... Oh, she doesn't have it yet, so never mind. Alright, so I was splitting the damage here in the hopes that Shadow does some of it. That is leaving more of them alive to mess with us in their turn. They really hate Mac. Yeah, I think they're the ones making all the noise. Oh, they just powered up this one dude. Man, they hate Mac. It's got to be an anti... nope. He's got cure... We don't seem to have a magic spell that gets rid of the stone thing that is... I guess she could do that. And then he can do Zephyr. Good. They're finally trying to attack someone other than Mac, probably because he's about to turn... Nope! Even as he turns into stone, they will continue to attack him. Turn him into even more stone. I guess that looked more impressive. Well, a couple of things we could do here. One of them is it's their best chance ever to steal. Because your odds of stealing increase when their hit points are low, so... Although I just let her hit points go back. Its hit points go back up now. And he failed to steal anyway. And Mac is completely petrified. Alright. Let's finish this. This has been a bit of a silly battle. Do we get to see Mac turn to stone? In the background only. Did you get experience from that battle? I'm not sure if you did or not. We got item drops from them that are probably just as good as what we would have got from the steals. Mac is back to normal, by the way. No actual need to... Yeah, we can make her come in from the sidelines and heal everybody up. Including her brother, who is apparently the main target of the rage of the undead. So she is learning level 4 black magic. But again, don't know that we're... Wait, did something drop there? Ah, it did. This is probably why we do need to check the doors. So I think we needed to get whatever this is.
Ha! Not too smart, eh?
Talking to me? Well, this would be a nice chance to get a few MPs for a few of our characters and then just take off. After a quick slap to the face.
Maybe next time.
And in that case, a quick slap to the sword hilt. What's this? Some kind of gem? Is it truly outrageous? Hey, would that be part of that weird mirror? Large mirror jewel obtained. I guess let's ignore this one. It's going to be the same. Nothing happens up here either, apparently. Alright, so I think we needed to get that large mirror gem to continue the story. And now we have the large mirror gem, so let's continue the story. Looks like that gem was part of this mirror. Let's try putting it back. Place large mirror jewel using your telekinetic teleportation powers. Ah, up there. What's that light? This mirror looks kind of different from before somehow. You're right. I feel magical power beyond the mirror. It's as if there's another world inside of it. Should she be that or should she be Imperious Lady? I can't quite figure it out. The other side of the mirror. Oh, no, she's a pirate, too. Ah, the other side of the mirror. Here, we should... No, you know what? There's a character later who needs that voice. The other side of the mirror. Hey, should we try going in? Sounds exciting. Oh, Mac was pretty far ahead of the rest of us there. Well, this is nicer than I expected. It looks like the same room as before, but it almost seems like someone was living here until just a moment ago. It's as if the clock's been turned back for this room alone. I wonder if this is some kind of past world created within the mind of the sorceress. Which means that we stumbled into it when we went through the mirror. What is it? The mirror. The light from the mirror is gone. God, are you serious? That means we can't go back? We're forced to live in this nice version of the world? Now what are we gonna do? Calm down, you guys. Especially you, Jansen. Oh, wait, no, I'm Seth. Damn it. Seth should be the hero's name. Calm down, you guys. Especially you, Jansen. The sorceress shows up at the village every once in a while, doesn't she? So there must be some way to back to the regular world. Surely we can find it somewhere in this mansion. That is weird. Like, the sorceress of the creepy ghost mansion does show up at the village periodically, so... But we can't get back now. So I think there's a puzzle involved here. Because you remember there was like a broken down mess of stuff blocking a treasure chest? Well, what side do you want me to be on before I'm allowed to move this thing? Because obviously it's got to get moved. Yeah. Oh, I got to push it. I can't pull it. Yeah, let's push it over here because it was blocking the treasure chest, so I'm assuming now that will somehow help something. We can't do... Oh. I feel like Cook and Jansen are fated to become the two little kids in the hallway who ask you to play with them forever. Even though those were twin girls. There it is again. It went into the mirror. Maybe it's trying to guide us somewhere. I've gradually become Tao. Doesn't seem like we encounter enemies here, so I can kind of take my time. Okay, I'm leaving. Jeez, game, get off my back. Ground a bomb. Oh, here's probably a diagram for us to remember. Let's see. Kind of looks like a bow and arrow at the top. Kind of looks like waves at the bottom. Looks like a jar on the right. And kind of looks like a shield or an eyeball or something on the left. Huh? Is this supposed to be a clock? What a bunch of crap. It just has strange symbols all over it. No numbers at all. What a bunch of crap. I think we can move the clock hand. What a bunch of crap. Knob won't turn. What the hell? It won't open. Pretty sure we have to get in these rooms. I played this off screen with the FAQ in front of me the whole time. So... Am I... Oh, I can move stuff now. Let's point it to the... oh, okay, so there is a bow, a pot, wheat, and a celestial spear. Let's point it to the pot, which is on the right. Maybe that'll open the door on the right. Oh. Red copper band obtained. And the door on the left and right both open. Look, the door. Weird. This must have been some kind of mechanism. To them, it's some kind of ritual. Know what I mean? So I'm not sure why that worked. I figured we'd open it, put it in different positions to open different doors, but it looks like putting it to that position opened all the doors we cared about. So I could be doing this wrong. Like I said, off screen, I followed a fact really closely. I also had a whiskey and Coke while I was doing that part off screen, so I don't remember the details of how we solved the puzzle. But when we come back next time, we got at least 2 more rooms to ignore, or explore, not ignore. But the fact that that clock screen closed suggests that we're not going to be able to explore different positions. So I hope we got whatever we were supposed to get. Presumably we haven't soft locked the game. But if we missed, like, you know, a healing capsule somehow, shame on me. Thanks for watching.